Today we're talking about Sly 3. Sly 3 is going to be out this fall for the PS2. Well, in Sly 3, to recap Sly 2, Bentley was hurt at the end of the game, fighting the latest incarnation of Clockwork, the nemesis to the Cooper lineage. Murray basically felt responsible for what had happened to Bentley, and has actually, over the course of the time passed between Sly 2 and Sly 3, has actually left the gang. Bentley starts this game confined to a wheelchair, but it's not a regular wheelchair. It is a Bentlified wheelchair, complete with traps and bombs and gimmicks and all kinds of things that help him get around. And basically the first thing we got to do is try and get Murray back on the crew. So the story basically begins with Sly learning about a secret family vault. Once he finds out the secret location of this place, he realizes that the location's been compromised. Somebody beat him to the punch, which opens up a whole series of questions. But Sly immediately learns that he's going to need to get a pretty big team together to get into this vault. Once again, in pure Sly Cooper fashion, you're going to go to the four points of the map, all these crazy locations to basically find the best of the best. The thing that's neat about Sly 3 is basically all three of the characters are off on their own. They've all got their own questions that they have of themselves, as well as their relationships with the team. And I think another thing you can be looking forward to is when you get a big group of people together, maybe not everybody's going to get along. There may be a little bit of tension. So it's going to be just a ton of back and forth of differences of opinions, because they're all the best at what they do. So you're going to get a little bit of button heads. But I think that overall, everybody's off on their own adventures. The new Sly's got this really cool combat feature with the finishing moves. His combat's been definitely more enriched. And when you play the game, you'll see the finishing moves are really powerful. They're really a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a really cool feature that we got to make happen in this version of the game, which is a disguise. So Sly, basically, to get past a certain door, get past a guard, he's got to acquire a disguise. And once he puts on the disguise, he completely inherits the personality of the person that he's trying to mimic. There's a bunch more mini games, just like the last game. I think you sort of need to do that with this kind of game. All kinds of different experiences. Today we're showing off a biplane competition where you're flying a biplane around, shooting down other planes. There'll be different vehicles to control, different challenges that way. Sly, the first character from Sly 1 and Sly from Sly 3 are this whole thing has been a journey for him. And I think what's cool is that with Sly 2, we really brought his sidekicks into the foreground. And in Sly 3, they take definitely a more forward role